This is Eldorado by Case IH Brasil and Connect Modding. It's 440.01 megabytes to download. It does require 3 mods for you to download to be able to play the map. They are Barbed Wire Fence and Wooden Gate by Frits, Brazilian Fences Pack by Oito, and the Wired Fence and Railgate also by Frits. They will obviously automatically download once you start downloading the map. Now the description is a little bit long there, so I'm not going to read it out. We will jump straight into it, but we will pretty much cover everything that's in that description. So without further ado, let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes, and this is the map. I have to say, very nice map, some really cool detail, sound effects, things like that. There's a couple of things I wasn't sure on, so I had to do a little bit of testing. I'll go through that when we get to those places. Still one thing I'm not 100% sure on as well, and I'll explain that when we get there. But there it is. There's not a huge amount on the map, so you're going to need to place things down if you want to, but we are actually over here. Now I'm in new farmer mode, as I always am in my map tours, and that is all we own, that plot. It's got a value of just over 27 grand. That is it. We don't get any fields, nothing else, just a little plot with a house and a shed on. We'll look at that in a second. Now in terms of plots of land, you can buy the whole of the map, which is nice. Places where there's productions or sale points you can buy up. So we've got these tiny little plots like residential areas down here for 4.5 grand, things like that. It's a little sort of allotment thing there, but you can't really use any of it, but 39 grand there. In terms of fields, they are a little bit pricey, but some of them are very big. That's just shy of 1 million there, and then you've got really smaller ones, 26 grand, 346, 373, bits with trees round, bit of forestry, 561, like so. That plot there's got a few trees on, 390. So you can see what it's like. You can buy this lake for 1.1 million. Now this bit in the middle is mainly the sugar cane plant, and you can buy that for 3.4 million. But that's only to buy the land. You can place things down once you've bought the land. There is quite a few areas in most of the places, to be fair, where you could place down whatever you want. I did some testing and put down a couple of multi-fruit buying stations just to load up my trailer, and I could do that easily. I did one there and over here where we were doing some testing. There is a train on here, it does say that in the description. It comes down, it's probably going to do it now. It will take this loop like that. It goes all the way along, so there's rent a train point there, and then it goes round something like that and back. And I think it goes up there again and it comes down, but it goes on this side and it goes all the way down and sails off there to Recanto de Eldorado, which is nice because that was Connect Modding's other Brazilian map that they did. So there is a silo here for your railroad. There is a couple of sale points. You can rent a train in 3 spots there, and over here as well. And that's about it, really. There is black bean and coffee beans added in on here, as you can see. No coffee beans as such, but I think there's some black bean, as you can see. I'll talk about those in a second as we get through. So if I stay in this menu, there's no collectibles on here. Don't start with any productions. There isn't many on the map, so like I say, you will need to place them down if you want to. Contracts available on fields we don't own, and we don't own any fields actually, so contracts available all over the map. No animal pens, we don't own anything apart from a pickup, which is in dire need of repair. Look at that, 65,130 months old. It's valued at 780, which is horrific. Anyway, crop prices, places to sell, again not a huge amount, probably about 4 or 5 places we can sell things. But if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, we've got a couple of extra things added in. As I said, coffee beans, black bean, but we've also got ethanol. There's sugar. Now, the prices are going to vary a little bit compared to the standard base game sugar. I don't think there's any difference, but it's just what you're getting produced at the sugarcane plant, which we'll look at in a second, and then roasted coffee, which again I will talk about in a moment as well. Crop calendar, if I scroll down at the bottom, you'll see the planting seasons for black bean and the coffee beans, which is nice. And that's about it for that. We'll do mods and slot counts, and then I'll talk about some other things as well. So if we go into here and scroll down, this is where you'll find the mods for the map. It's only a tanker that's been added in because that will take ethanol, which is like a produced product at the sugar plant, sugarcane plant, which we'll check out. So the symbol there next to herbicide, that is that. If we go into build mode, we have in production and factories. Now this is an interesting one. So this is the coffee factories. This is where you'll take your coffee beans and then turn it into the roasted coffee that we saw in the prices. But there isn't one of these on the map. So again, if you want to go down the route of doing coffee, why would you not want to on here if it's ready to go? You're going to need to place one of these down. That's 265 grand for that. So interestingly enough, there isn't one already on the map. I thought that was a bit of a surprise, to be honest with you. And I did buy the whole map. I was expecting some things to appear once I bought plots of land, but they didn't, which again surprised me. Surprises everywhere on this map. Now also in mods we had, where are we, orchards, and this is how you're gonna grow your coffee. So you don't plant it or anything like that, you're gonna grow these. Now obviously I don't own this plot of land, I do own this tiny little strip here, but it is going to come out like that, like your grapes and olives. But as you can see, because I've got seasons turned on, we are not in the planting season. So this fruit cannot be planted in February, but that is how they work. Now another interesting thing is there's no harvester to harvest those coffee trees. So you will need to add in something. There's probably a few for PC, I'm not sure, but I know for a fact they bought out the Jacto equipment, and that all sort of came out around the same time as the Recanto de Eldorado, because that had coffee on there as well. So if you search for Jacto in the mod hub, you will find a lot of equipment on there. There's a harvester there, a little bit like the grape and olive harvester, and it will harvest your coffee trees there to get your beans off. So that's quite cool. Right, and then the only other things that are modded in are those 3 required mods, and they are going to be all in there under fences. And there is quite a few of them, because obviously there's 3 different packs. So all of these from the Brazilian fence pack. Then we keep going, we've got the barbed wire fence and wooden gate pack. And then at the end we've got the wired fence and rail gates. So those are all found in there. That is it for mods. If I go into landscaping and painting, we've got a few textures. Got animal mud, asphalt, a couple of those, concrete, a couple of dirts, a few grasses, gravel again, asphalt, dirt, and dirt again. So quite a few things. In plants, we do have some extra plants added in, which is nice. Got another grass type, and then we've got all these different ones. A few bushes at the end, like so. That is that. Right, slot count. It is the same across all 3 modes, because you do start off with that pickup. That is all you get. And the slot count across all 3 modes is 754. If you come on here and Farm Manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with owning this plot of land. So the sleep trigger and wardrobe function, which is there's the sleep trigger, wardrobe, they won't be showing because you don't own this plot of land. so you will need to buy it if you want to. But there's your sleep trigger, and like I say, that is your wardrobe function. You can sell off that house, but obviously you have to own the land. It will get rid of it, but then it just leaves you that sort of blank space like that. So it's up to you what you do. Can't sell that shed, but that is the shed that they say in the description for your equipment, which isn't a lot, is it? But anyway, I did sell off that pickup. Slot count goes down to 748. Did I say what the slot count was? It's 754 across all 3 modes. But if you sell off the pickup, it drops down to 748. You sell off the house, drops down to 744. So not a huge difference at all. So there we go. Right, in terms of the black bean, we are going to need a planter for that. So as you can see, we've got the bean symbol there next to the cotton one. So you need a planter for planting your black bean, and harvest it with a normal harvester header like so. As you can see the symbol again. There we go. Right, let's open that gate. I think we're ready to get going, you know. So we'll head on out. We'll just wait for this lady to go past. But yeah, it's a really nice, bright map. Lots of people walking around, traffic. There's just some really nice details. I love the bus depot over there, coach station, whatever it is. I've gone the wrong way already. That's awesome. Disaster already. I'm too excited about the coaches. I've turned too quick. Right, there we go. Let's come out there. So, first port of call is here. Looks a bit not bland, but nothing on there, no signage or anything. That's actually our supermarket sale point. So there's that. And this is the sort of little allotment area I talked about, which is a bit of a shame really, because I was hoping to, you can't even open the gates. I was hoping that you could buy it and you could do something with it, maybe, but there we go. You can't have everything, can you? It's really cool buildings on here as well. There's like a big sports hall over there or something like that. If you can speak Portuguese, you will know what that says. Right, if we come out of here, I'm just going to go across all these sort of roads. Oh, I do need to add in some money as well. I'll probably do that. In fact, yeah, I'll tell you what, because this isn't going to let me in, because we need to forward time. That's a good point actually. Probably going to be 9 AM I would think. That should open. There we go. Happy days. So yeah, it does say in the description that the animal dealer and other places will close at the end of the day, so to speak. So I'm not sure what time that will be, but obviously that opened at 9. I think a lot of other places will open at 9. But inside, very nicely detailed as well. We've got the shop icon like so. I'm just going to do the shop area. Around the back we've got a workshop trigger, very long, starts there, it goes all the way inside up to that corner, so very nice and long. There's your workshop trigger like that, like so. So that's your shop area. Now I'm going to add in some money quick, because I'm going to need to buy the sugar plant. I keep calling it sugar plant, sugarcane plant. So I'll see you in a second. Righto, there we go. Quite a substantial amount. Right, you go across there because we need to be on the right side of the road. Really nice sort of road layouts as well. It gets a little bit confusing where you've got to go, but you will work it out. Some nice road signs as well. So we're going to head down this way. We do have over here, this is the gas station. Now just in front of us is the sell point, so the ethanol you can sell here. I think that's the only thing you can sell at the gas station, but they will buy your ethanol, and then obviously you can fuel up from here as well. chuck a little bit in because we're very low. There we go. So that's your gas station. Across the road is another workshop. It does say in the description as well, if the one down the shop is too expensive, come to this one, but I don't think there's any different in the price. I could be wrong, but I don't think there is. This one we're going to have to go down and around. We'll go the proper way. I'm not going to cut too much across. Let's go the proper road network. We're going to head all the way up here. And I love the smoke coming out the chimneys of the factories over there. Look, really cool. There's just some really random sort of things like coming up now. You've got to get out, look, to open these gates up to be able to go up into here. We've got a bit of sugar cane growing there. Oh, I didn't tell you the reset spaces down the shop, so if you reset anything, buy, lease anything, it will appear down there around the back where the workshop is. Now into this area, there is quite a lot of going round the outside of fields like we've just done there to get to places, so you will have to work your way round, but up into here we've got Grain Warehouse 2. Now again, I think on the description they've got their warehouse numbers round the wrong way, because this is 2 and this over here is 1. And it says in the description, look, at Warehouse 2 you can use the train to unload, but that's obviously 1, 2's over there, so I think they're around the wrong way. But again, really nice big area, big old unit, factories. Makes it feel like it's a proper, you know, big place. So again, we're going to go round the outside some of these fields. We're heading off to the sugarcane plant. I got it right this time. So as you can see, a lot of going in and around fields. We need to go around this way. And then down into here. This does have barriers. They will open, but you will need to open these gates. And this is a huge area. This is what got me confused, which made me have to do a little bit of testing, which I'm going to show you and talk about as well. But again, a really cool area, like it. So it is basically all of this area. That is the sugar cane plant. It's massive. Now it is shown as a production there. Obviously it will be as a sell point to start with, where is sugar cane there, so you can sell there first if you're not given it as a production. Now when you do that and tag the place, it tags it up over there, and this is what had me confused. I'm thinking, where do you tip it all in? Where do you buy the production? It's all spread out. This zone here is actually where you tip in the sugar cane, so whether you're selling or you do own it, that is where you're going to tip in. So that's definitely there where that appears. Now in terms of buying it, I'll go and show you that. I'll just show you how cool this area is. You've got big piles of sugar cane around the back. It is all decoration though. We've got 3 nice sheds here, so if you're running some big equipment, you can store it down here, whatever you wish to do. There's an outway there. Train runs through the middle of this as well, so it is very random. Nice big sort of lake. But if we run up this side, you can see some icons. I'll come back to that one in a second because I don't want to confuse you, but it is a bit annoying because you do have to go across the railroad tracks like that, and if you're going a bit fast like I was, it's quite bumpy. Now, if you want to buy the sugarcane plant, it is here. This is where you have to buy it for 1.5 million, but we're going to buy it. I'll click on that, and as you can see, you can get ethanol and sugar from there, and it's just from sugarcane. You don't have to put anything else in. That is it. Now, your ethanol, you are going to grab it from here. I don't know if that one works as well, but I got one of those tankers and a truck pulled up underneath there. It allowed me to put ethanol in. In terms of the sugar, this is what had me stumped. I couldn't work out where you got that from. There goes the train. The only thing that it allowed me to do, I'm going to quickly whiz through there. You can rent the train there, and the train does run under there, so you can stop there and you can take out there. That is going to be sugar from there. I drove through here with a tractor and trailer, and it gave me the start filling sign on my help window, and I filled up some sugar into the trailer like that. But you shouldn't really be having to do that, because if you're under here filling up and a train comes the other way and it whacks you, because they don't stop, you'll be pushed, well, I don't know, right up the other end. But sugar out there, so whether there is another place to take out sugar by a proper tractor trailer or truck and trailer, I'm not quite sure, but I just thought that was a bit random, that. So there we go, that had me stumped, the sugar. Not 100% sure if it's just under there, but like I say, it's a bit weird that you're driving under there on the train track like that. Right, this other icon over here, this is slurry tanks. This is where you can buy slurry, because there's a massive slurry pit there. So pull up underneath there with a tanker, you can buy slurry, which is pretty good. And then if we go out up onto these ramps, most places are signposted up, which is nice. Again, we've got to do a little bit of a random across the thing there, because I want to go up that way. As you can see, there's some really huge fields on here. Right, over the railroad like so, and into here. This is dairy, so it is just like a standard dairy, so your products will appear there. You can buy it there, tip in there. This though, look how much that is. 990,240. I think it takes into account the plot of land as well, because I bought all the land and went round and then bought the dairy, and it wasn't that much to start with. It was 600 grand, so it takes in that plot of land as well. It's quite pricey. Right, let's head on out. I'm just going to quickly look at the map because I need to check where we're going next. So we pretty much started there, we did all this, come across this area, went back on ourselves up into there, did the sell point there, all around these little bits, down into this area which is sugarcane plant, talked about all this and the slurry. We went up there and went down into the dairy, and now we're going to carry on down. I'm going to do these two, come back on ourselves, and we'll head down there. It's a little bit weird getting to the animal dealer as well, which we'll see in a second. But off we go. Right, so we want to go, that's it, down that way and straight underneath the road here. And then we will pull into this one. So again, this has got gates on, so I'm guessing they're going to be shut early doors. A few sheds on here. But over here, this is the lime station, so you can buy lime here. Two options by the look of it. There's no BGA or anything on here, so that's quite interesting as well. I know not all maps do it. Not a problem though. there's plenty of space, but you know, are you going to get a nice flat bit of land? You might have to do a bit of landscaping. Right, up into this area. Now it does say cotton everywhere, but this will take all sorts of boughs and sugar beet cut, things like that as well, so it's a pretty handy sell point. Oh, I didn't notice that little football pitch there, soccer pitch. Just around there, there's your sell point, so that is boughs, it's just called boughs. And back out, we'll go back up the way we just came in. Heading over sort of that area now. Only a couple more things left to see, so I appreciate you sticking with me. Where do we need to go? We need to go this way actually, don't we? This will probably be the easiest way. So yeah, we are going back on ourselves, but it's probably quicker to do this and cut across the dirt tracks. So the dairy's there on the right again. We went straight down there, but we're now going to take this route. And then we're going to turn right, because we have another sell point, so we can sell wood and wood chips here, and this is Madeira, I think that's how you say it. So that's that sell point, and then I quite like this as an idea. There's another rent-a-train point, so it's going to stop there, and you can open these gates and load up your train from here. So I'm guessing with wood, because obviously there's no chute from there, so you have to load that up. Or you could probably load up wood chips, maybe. Well, no, because you'd be selling them there, wouldn't you? Anyway, that's enough of that. Right, moving on into here. This is another thing that I had to test because I wasn't sure, because it was a little bit iffy. So on the right hand side we have the other warehouse sell point. So this one is warehouse 1, and then I was kind of thinking, because the other rent-a-train icon's there, the train will obviously pull up out here, and if I go around there, we've got our chute out pipe there for loading up the train. Oh, there is the train. So once the train stops, you can pull up and open up and you can load there. But then I'm thinking, well, where is the place for tipping in for the train? I looked in here and I thought there's no grill or grate there. I just couldn't see anything. I was going round and round. The only thing I thought of was another grate here, and if you look down there you could just about see a bit of blue light flashing there, so I thought it's got to be that. So I pulled in there with another trailer full of stuff, and it did, tipped it in there. I hired the train, rented the train, and it did work. So that is where you're going to tip in for your train access, like so. So that's that area. All we've got left to visit now, guys, is the animal dealer, so please bear with me. Like I say, really weird way to get to this, because we've got to be bumping across the railroad tracks. So you have to be really careful you don't get whacked as you do this, because those trains will send you flying. You can come out of that area we've just been into there, but we need to bump across again and then run around the outside of this field all the way down to the bottom. I do like this animal dealer area though, and you'll see why. I do like it when map makers do this. We have some real animals in there. So we've got cows and we've got sheep in there. I think that's it, but that is nice. Just brings it to life, doesn't it? Not sure whether that would be using up an animal pen or two though for a console. I'm not sure. But there you go, that's your animal dealer, like so, and that is it, guys. So we come out the sugarcane plant, there's your slurry tanks, cross through here into the dairy, come down into these areas first, back up, and I looped around that way, didn't I? And then down there, that sell point, the train area, and then bumped across the tracks down here to the dealer, animal dealer. That is it. I mean, even little places like that, I thought that's going to be something when I buy the plot of land. Nothing. Nothing at all. But that is Eldorado by Case IH Brasil and Connect Modding. Please let me know your thoughts. I think it's a pretty cool map. Could probably just do a few little touches, like showing you the icons a little bit better, so that you know where you're going with things. But if you enjoyed it, guys, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That'd be fantastic. And don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.